Hey guys, this is Piffy. So I recorded this whole big long tutorial to upload to YouTube about growing alum crystal geodes, and I get it all nice and finished, and somehow in the process of trying to upload it to YouTube I deleted all except for like 4 minutes of it. So there's now a video on my YouTube channel with just the first 4 minutes of my video, and I have no idea how this happened. I know I recorded it on my phone, so I recorded it in pieces and I uploaded the whole thing in one big chunk, and YouTube just hates me. So we're gonna try this again, and I'm not gonna be able to do the full tutorial for you guys because I already did it, and so I'm kind of limited with exactly how much I can show you, but I'm gonna do my best. So what I did was I made some alum crystal geodes. I don't know if my camera will focus. Very pretty, very shiny, lovely, colorful things. Not really colorful. Mine came out kind of whitish, but that was because I used my heat gun on them. But whatever. Anywho, so there are a couple different ways that you can do this. I've seen a ton of tutorial videos saying to use school glue or craft glue or some type of glue like that. What I noticed, and you guys are not going to get to see it as great as I had hoped you would because I already did it. This one I made using E6000 glue. I pre-baked this little heart. It's actually an old piece that I did like way forever ago. Didn't have any glaze on it, just a heart with some acrylic paint, not even a lot of acrylic paint. And I coated it in a really nice thick layer of the glue, and I covered it in the alum powder, and I let it sit in there for like 6 hours. I know all the tutorials say to leave it at least like 15 hours or overnight or whatever, but I left it for 6 hours, and I have more of them. I have more of them that are still going in this little jar here that I have not yet pulled out, but I pulled these two out to check after just a couple hours because I was curious how big of a difference it would make. So this one I did with the glue. This one I did with my method, which out of all the tutorials I've seen, I haven't seen anybody try anything like this before, which is the main reason I'm uploading it to YouTube, because I think it's such a better way of doing it than what I've seen thus far, at least for polymer clay. I don't know about how well it would work for other mediums besides polymer clay because you can't bake them, but this is what we're doing today with the polymer clay. So what I did was I just used scrap clay because I wasn't 100% sure if I would screw the alum powder up really badly using my heat gun on it, because I know it's bakeable, but I didn't know if it would crystallize after I had baked it. So that was kind of where I was coming from. So I just took the clay and I just formed it. I actually formed mine on the back of a shell because it makes my life easier. So you just form it in the general shape that you want. This one's going to be terrible looking because I'm kind of, trying to rush through this. You form it in the shape that you want, you texture the outside, you cover the parts that you want to grow your crystals on in bakeable clay like TLS or Bake and Bond or Fimo Liquid or Kato Poly Clay or whatever kind of bakeable clay medium that you have. And you sprinkle the alum powder on there. I used my heat gun to set it. I'm guessing you could probably just toss it in the oven. I don't know how long you can bake it in the oven. I used my heat gun because I wanted to bake it really, really quickly because I didn't know how well the alum powder would stand up to being baked. So I did mine with a heat gun. You could certainly try it with in the oven if you like. Tell me how that goes. So I did it. Turned out way better than using the glue. The one with the glue. The glue broke down sitting in the water forever, and it turned out like crap. This one turned out great. Well, this one has actually already been glazed, and that was another thing I was going to tell you is if you do decide to use something like the glue, or if you notice that you messed it up somehow, and your crystals don't want to bond really well. They keep sloughing off. Mod Podge. This one has been Mod Podged. And as you can see, my crystals are fine. It doesn't seem to have affected them at all. And this is just a really super thin layer because, like I said, this one was only in the water for a couple hours. This one was actually in the water less time than the other one. The other one was in for about 6 hours. This one was in for about 4. So this is what I got after only 4 hours. As far as the exact mixture that I used of the alum to water, I didn't really measure it. I just used super heated water, and I used just as much alum powder as that water could handle. I kept adding it until it wouldn't take any more. Let it sit for about 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes, and then I dropped the clay in there. Oh, excuse me. But back to what I was saying. You can glaze this with triple thick or any other. I have triple thick and Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. I think the triple thick is too thick. I don't have the one that I use the triple thick on because I tossed it because I thought I had recorded the video and no longer needed it. And we're not going to get into that.